Chad Ike's Courage Barbell coming at you again. More great lifting information. Today, I want to talk about the pick, especially in the squat, or specifically in the squat, I should say. This is something I see so many people do. Like, so many people are wasting so much energy trying to pick the squat. And let's be efficient, people. It's not about how strong you are. It's about how much weight you can lift. Strength is a byproduct of how much weight I can lift. And I want to lift the most weight I can. So every little bit is important. It all adds up. It all matters. If you're wasting energy or you're taxing your back doing a good morning out of the rack, that's wasting energy that could be put into your lift. That's wasting strength that could be put into your lift. So, one of the big things I see, I'm going to go over a rack first. So this means you got to walk it out. You can use a monolift and walk it out too. That's fine. So here's the deal. I see a lot of people, they want to pick it up in their squat stance, and bam. Now that first move to go back now means you got to do this big shift and then come here and then come here. If you get close and pick it and go 1, 2, 3, bam, you're there. So I'm going to squat super wide, but I can't pick this bar up super wide. If I pick it up super wide, out here, now my first step is either going to be like this, or I got to go like this, and even with an empty bar, it's kind of a pain in the ass. So I want to pick it up shoulder width or just inside, preferably just inside shoulder width. I want to pick it up, then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm out here. Nice and easy, nice and efficient. One of the other things, I keep seeing people do a good morning. So that means their feet are way back behind them, and they get under this bar, and now they're like, oh, and you'll see them come up against the rack, and then they're like, oh, and they got to pull it back. Why on earth would you want to do that? Why do you want to put that much stress on your back? So, here's the easiest way to think about it. These hooks are only this big. And they're straight, they're on this bar, and this bar is straight up and down. So if I push this bar into this rack before I pick it up, I know where this bar's at. All I got to do is look down and go, hey, the straight up and down line of that bar is right here at the bottom of this rack. And I want that bar to basically be at the front of my ankle. So if I get under this bar and I go, okay, bam, right there. And depending on how you get under it, that's your thing. But if I get under it here, and then I go like this, boom, I'm not going to have any problem. I'm picking it up straight where it's going to be. Boom. No issues. And then I can go into my walkout. So that seems pretty simple to me. I don't know why people don't think about it in that way. Like, you know where to put your foot. Here's where the bar is. You know the bar is going to be right down there if it had a straight line. Here, like here and here, and then I'm going to have to duck under it like this. But even that, I can put my nose on this bar, boom, get under it straight, bring my other foot in, head, brace, root, all that other stuff, butt back, boom, right there. So, the people that are using monolifts, they're going, well, what do I do if I use a monolift? Go to Home Depot, buy yourself a plumb bob and some string. Maybe cost you like $6 or $7. Go to your monolift at your gym, string that plumb bob underneath this bar, put a little chalk mark on that monolift so you know exactly where it goes, here and here. And you can do this at a meet too. When you go to a meet it's a new monolift you haven't used, bring your little plumb bob. Put a little piece of chalk, a little piece of tape. Even if you look at it and go, oh, that looks like about 6 inches back from that point of the monolift, now you at least have some sort of idea. You can put your mark there, leave your plumb bob there, get under it, look at it, find some mark on there that you can work off of to go with that. And here's another thing. Here's another quick tip. I see a lot of people go to meets and they walk up to the monolift for their rack height with an empty bar or like 135 on it. They pick it up and they're like, oh yeah, this is a good rack height, that rack height. But they don't take into account, if they're big lifters, the bar bend and how much that's going to change everything. So whatever your rack height is at the gym, if you're training off a monolift at the gym or even a rack, take yourself a tape measure, go buy yourself a little tape measure. You only need like a 6-footer. Buy yourself a 6-foot tape measure, throw it in your gym bag. When you go heavy in the gym, measure the height of those hooks. Or measure the top or the bottom of the bar, make yourself a note. Then when you go to the meet and they go get your rack height, you walk up to the bar, you get your tape out and you go right there, good. You don't even have to get under the bar. It'll be right where you need it to be. If you're going for that big 800-900 pound squat, even the bar will start bending around 6, I think, depending on the bar. You know you're right where you need to be because that's the same height it is in the gym. And the same thing if you're going out of a rack. Measure the rack that you use in the gym, find that exact height on the equipment at the meet. That way you're always the same. So once you have that plumb bob mark, if you're walking out in a monolift, now you still know where your feet are to pick it up, you can walk it out and go. If you're using the monolift to pick up the bar, now you're going to be able to get under it and just pick it. Because you're going to know where that exact mark is, and you're not going to pick it up and go, oh, I got to fight to get it back, or pick it up and be worried about falling backwards. You're going to know right where you need to be because you have your mark. Bam, bam, poo. All you got to do is wedge under the bar. Big brace, hips back, big brace, boom. And you're going to be right there, and there's going to be no bobble, no movement, no hesitation. You're just going to pick it right up. Okay, guys, give that a try. Let me know what you think. Honestly, man, it should work perfectly. You know, again, everybody's a little different. So maybe you go, oh, well, I did exactly that. I put my ankle to the front of the rack. It was a little too far forward. Okay, well, now you know. Now you at least are starting to look, and you're starting to get an idea of where I need to be every time. Consistency is the name of the game. Consistency and dedication. So, give that a try. Let me know what you think. Like this channel, subscribe to this channel, share this channel. Check out my Instagram. Check out CourageBarbell.com. Go to Courage Barbell Unlimited on Spotify, Google Podcast, Amazon Music, Stitcher, a few more, I think. If you go to my Instagram, you can just go to the link tree, and it'll take you directly to all those links for all that cool stuff. And again, that's it. Wrapping up another one. So I'm out of here.